Hi, I'm Bridget from Life from the Ground Up, astrologer and coach, and welcome to the week ahead for the week of the 19th to the 25th of December, 2022. All right, so this week we start with the moon in Libra on Monday, moving into Scorpio later on in the day. So now going into Monday, you're going to feel like you can cope with everything that's going on in the morning, but you've got to keep yourself in check and make sure that you are adhering to these self-care principles that I've been talking about for the last week. You know, there's a lot of demands on your time and energy, and you want to make sure that you're doing what is good for you, not what is good for the people that are demanding your time and energy. All right, so keep checking in on yourself. Show some restraint when it comes to those last minute shopping items, or, you know, if you are still looking for presents, make sure that you are keeping the receipt with the gift, because Mercury is in shadow, goes retrograde next week, but it's already being mischievous. So again, go shopping with a plan, and just remember that, you know, people actually want your presents rather than expensive presents. So just remember that one. Now, Monday after 2:30, when the moon goes into Scorpio, we may just go into that little bit of a deeper mindset. You could have a lot of things coming up, bubbling up from below. So just again, with the healthcare checks or mental care checks, go for walks, ground yourself as often as you can. All right, now Tuesday. Tuesday, we have Hygieia, the one that I love, going into Capricorn in the afternoon. So this is definitely, you know, with the healthcare principles that we've been working on, these have all been things that are in our minds. So now is the time for you to start applying the practical knowledge of what you need to your life. It is a crazy time of year, and again, with the keep in alignment with what is good for you. All right, it's a good day for you to have a look back and see how far you've actually come, just to give you a reminder of the wisdom that you have learned recently, and the fact that you have the coping mechanisms to get through this last fortnight of 2022 with relative ease. Again, it's depending on how much boundaries you put up for yourself, and just, you know, saying no when you need to. All right. There's possibility for past grievances to come up. When doesn't it? At Christmas time. So don't engage in old patterns of behavior. If that is something that is very in your face, you don't have to play other people's games. All right. Now, Wednesday. So Wednesday, we have Jupiter moving into Aries. Yay. Even though Jupiter rules Pisces, he's been very, I suppose, not really problematic, but he's been leading people to excesses. So, you know, this is going to be a time where we can get out of our dreamy head state where we're ungrounded and get some direct action happening. Now, with the movement of Hygieia into Capricorn and Jupiter into Aries, we are more concerned with our own personal development. All right, so now we are going to be rushing enthusiastically into doing things that are better for ourselves. And when the moon moves into Sagittarius at 6 o'clock or 6:12 this evening, then, you know, we can still have some fun, but we're going to do it with a little bit more of limitations on ourselves. Now, on Wednesday, we need to also watch out for, when we are in these fun activities, that watch out for the people that are bringing up harsh truths as, oh, just joking. You know, this is something that could possibly come up today, and it might even be you doing it because you're not quite sure how to broach a subject with someone. So, you know, just again, this whole week is full of, you can control your response. You can't control other people's reaction. So if you're going into it, you know, you know what the family patterns are, or you know what your workplace friends are like. So just reinforce yourself, your boundaries, your protection, whatever. Have your crystals, do the things that you need to do to keep yourself safe and sane. All right. Now, after 6:30, we're going to have the moon moving into Sagittarius, which is ruled now by Jupiter in Aries rather than Jupiter in Pisces. So that desire to escape reality that we've had with Jupiter in Pisces it's just toned down a bit. I think we're going to be a little bit more direct in our in the way we express ourselves, especially emotionally. So rather than being ungrounded and a bit wishy-washy, we're going to be like, nah, blah, blah, blah. So it's a good week. But even knowing that, Aries is ruled by Mars, who is at the very end of his retrograde. He's been going over all of his thoughts, and he's also been in a sextile, which is a very helpful, nice aspect with Chiron. So Chiron's been teaching him some really good lessons about what he needs to release, because he's going back over his thoughts in order to heal. So Mars has got a bit of a better idea, helping Jupiter, helping the moon. We've got some good vibes as well this week. All right. So Thursday is the solstice. So happy solstice for Thursday. It is actually at 8:48 a.m. in the morning. That's here in Tassie time or the eastern seaboard for Australia. Now, it's a great time for you to write down some of your wishes, some of the things that you want to release, and burn them, because the summer solstice is a time for fire. So light a candle, and, it doesn't have to be a full magical act. It can just be a simple birthday candle from the third drawer. So, it's a good time. So with the solstice, that means that the sun has moved into Capricorn. So it is now a time for us to stabilize our lives. All right. With the sun in Sagittarius, we're looking for inspiration, spirituality, the application of knowledge, so many things, so many books, so much information. Well, now we get to actually have a practical response to our lives and start to implement action. It is Saturn ruled. Now, in regards to Saturn's not talking to anyone at the moment, and neither is Mars either. So Saturn is standing at the side of the room with everything in Capricorn, and he's just observing to see whether the planets have actually learned their lesson. He's been having a great conversation with Mars while Mars has been retrograde, teaching him the wisdom to not act the same way, because you get the same response. So, it's a valuable time, and this retrospective that we're doing with Mars is, it's a new cycle. So during this time, it's a great time for you to write down these things, and these are the things that you want to release. Okay, so just keep on doing what you're doing, but keep on doing what you've been doing recently, which is changing the way you've always done things. Okay, so Friday. Now, Friday is going to be huge. We have the new moon on Friday, but this is not just the new moon. We also have Chiron going direct. So we have the moon moving into Capricorn at 6:50 p.m. So everybody's just going to get that little bit more logical and business-like and routine, regulation, rule book. Then we have Chiron going direct at 8:30 p.m. All right. And then only 45 minutes later, we have the new moon in Capricorn. So what we're going to be experiencing is, with Chiron going direct, all of these healing feelings that we've had and thoughts about what we're going to do, it has a chance now to be expressed. All right. So the energy is going to come out. You're going to be able to do the things that you've been thinking of. So we've got a double whammy with Chiron going direct, and he's been talking to Mars. And now we've got Capricorn, which is very pragmatic and practical. And let's just do this. All right. So now pay attention to the foundations of your life, and where are the things that need to be changed. Do you now need to seek different groups of people to help you? Saturn's in Aquarius. Or is the more mature, self-reliant attitude that you've had with yourself enough to just keep you moving through? All right. So we're playing the long game now. And, the past foundations, we can use those to repave our way forward. But it does take us noticing our actions, noticing our patterns, noticing the things that we don't like, and choosing a new way. Okay, so blah blah. Okay, so that was Friday. All right, now Saturday we have everything in Capricorn. Everything is in Capricorn. So there's a whole lot of stuff that needs to be done, and now is the time to take action. And I know it's Christmas Eve, but any day is a good day to start something new. And you don't have to have grand, vast gestures. You can just start something. All right. So whether it's getting an idea book, or reviewing some information that you already have, or making a phone call to someone that you're going to need to touch base with. So now, later on Saturday, conversations that are likely to come up today are going to be way deeper than you thought possible. The moon is going to come up and conjunct Pluto tomorrow, but we're already feeling the effects of it. So Pluto in Capricorn has been the tower moment for everyone. Corporations, governments, businesses, all of the old foundations that worked previously don't work anymore. This is also part of that square between Uranus and Saturn. The new way wants to come forward. There is rebellion. There is revolution. Shit is changing. All right. So take a breath. It's likely to be quite intense in everything. There's going to be stuff coming up. So again, you can only control your responses to a situation. When you're going into situations, knowing what other people are going to likely be doing, then you can just watch those things unfold. Don't engage. All right. So Sunday, Christmas Day. Okay. Now, Christmas Day is always full on for a lot of people. It brings up a lot of emotions, especially when there are people not around that you want to be around. So, yes, there's going to be some prickly hurt experiences, but you have good memories. So try and maybe feel for those people around you, or emotional transformation is a good way to put Pluto moon, but it can still be quite crisis orientated. So try to draw on the wisdom of Mercury in Capricorn and Venus in Capricorn, and try to be logical and pragmatic, very Saturnian. And like I said, Saturn's not talking to anyone. So he's really asking you to dig deep and remember the lessons of life you've already learned. Be prepared. And that's the best that you can do, is just be prepared and just own up to your feelings. Just acknowledge them as something, So, all right. Now at 6:15 p.m., the moon is going to move into Aquarius. Aquarius can be quite an emotionally detached sign, so it might actually fizzle out if there was a little bit of explosive activity at that 2:10 mark when the moon was exactly conjunct Pluto. So yeah, we might move into a little bit of a humanitarian, or people might just be a little bit more whatever after that 6:15 p.m. mark. So this is this week, and it's going to be a lot. All right, Christmas Day especially is going to be a lot, but just hold true to yourself. Remember all the work that you've been doing recently, and only you can respond the way you try to draw wisdom when you're responding. Don't just react when people are doing their normal reaction. You don't have to. So if you would like to join me, I do a morning live on Facebook at a private group called Lifetime to Level Up. So please come and join me. Just click join and I'll let you in. Or if you would like a reading, then please reach out to me, and we can work on what your year ahead is going to look like. So thank you for your time, and I will see you soon.